Hello everyone, my name is Neera Rahul Gupta from Achievers Academy. We are holding small session about IELTS and we had a discussion about listening section yesterday. And today we are going to hold a session about reading. I had a bit voice problem with my video recording yesterday, so I tried covering up with the technical issues. So I hope this goes better. Alright, let's come back to reading. As we know, there are 4 subtests of IELTS: listening, reading, writing and speaking. And of course, listening and reading is the test for our understanding. Why the reading test is required, from where the reading is taken, how reading test is conducted, and how many types of questions are there. These are the usually questions in students' mind. Uh, and how we are going to get good score, of course, the most important question: what is that thing which is going to improve our reading skills? And of course, we are going to cover most of these topics. I'll try covering almost all the topics today in this discussion. So most of us know that IELTS test has 2 modules: general training and academic training. And reading is the major difference in both the modules. Since we are aware that people who want to migrate to the English speaking countries, they need to write general training test, and for study purpose we need to write academic test. So what is the difference in reading passages? See, the general training passages are kind of different articles or the advertisements or some stickers or bills. We are given some questions out of that, whereas the academic training is more of technical. Most of my students give me feedback that they find academic training more difficult in comparison to general training, and this is true. See, the students who are going for academic purposes, they need to work on various projects, they need to study a lot, they need to go for technical study also, they have to make reports. So their understanding level of the academic language is expected to be better. But of course, the people who are going to live in that country, who are going to work in that country, they are also supposed to have, of course, good English language level. So the difference comes in the assessment criteria also, which we are going to further discuss in this session about the band score. So there is more strict marking for general training and a bit lenient for academic training. Now let's see what is the pattern of the test. The total test is for 60 minutes. That means we have to solve 3 different passages in 60 minutes. That means if we divide our time to each passage, we should devote 20 minutes. This is recommended. Rest, we are given the whole reading together, all 3 passages all together, but we are not giving separate time. We are given all together 60 minutes. So this is recommended that you must give 20 minutes to each passage. There is no extra time to transfer your answers. Remember, this time is given only in listening, not in reading. So, as a trainer, I recommend my students to spend 17 minutes each passage, because most of the times we are doing something in hurry, we tend to do mistakes. So, it's not necessary if you are giving answer to all questions of all 3 passages. That means you are going to answer 40 questions during this 60 minutes time. Not necessarily you will be writing all spellings correctly. Not necessarily you are answering all the questions. You might have missed some questions. So we are leaving this 3 minutes time out of each passage for rechecking our mistakes, to answer those questions what we have missed on, and of course seeing whether our answers have gone right, have we written the answers in the correct column. Remember, these passages are not related to each other. All passages are independent. One reading passage does not have relation to the other reading passage. Now, when we are coming to the assessment criteria, which is most important, you guys must be doing reading at home and you might not get the right score converters. So now you can see the major difference. I am sure you are able to see the board here. I'm going to read it out for you even. For general training, if somebody is getting a score between 30 to 31, is getting 6 band score, whereas the person who is writing academic training test, if the person is getting score between 23 to 26 will get 6 band score. See, there is the difference in marking. No doubt general training test is easier in comparison to academic training test, but this is the assessment criteria. Now if we go down to 7 band score, in general training if somebody is scoring between 34 to 35 is getting 7 band score, whereas if somebody is scoring 30 to 32 is getting 7 band score. Coming down again to 8.5 band score, 39 correct answers get you 8.5, whereas 37 to 38 correct answers get you 8.5. And for 9 band score in general training, one has to get all the 40 correct answers. That means even if one answer goes wrong in general training, you won't be getting 9 band score, whereas one answer goes wrong in academic training can fetch you 9 band score. So this is the major difference in assessment criteria of IELTS reading, the general training reading and academic training reading. Let's see now how many types of questions are there in IELTS reading. Headings finding. The list of headings is given to us and we have to read the different paragraphs out of a reading passage and decide the appropriate heading for that. Matching task. The two different statements are given and we have to match the statement either with the name of the writer, if some writers are being discussed in the reading passage, or we have to match the different information and to complete the sentences. Gap filling. These are fill in the blanks with options and without options, and most of the students find it difficult to answer the one without options. Multiple choice questions, one of the difficult tasks for the students. There can be 3 or 4 options given to you and you need to choose the correct answer. Short answer type questions. The question is written, you have to answer in 1 word or 3 words as per asked by the examiner or the reading passage. Yes, no, not given, or true, false. Again, the second most difficult task for the students. One thing you need to remember, we are going to further discuss about the reading tips, about different questions also. We'll discuss in the upcoming sessions. But just remember while doing your reading, if the question is asking you to answer in yes, no, not given, you need to answer in yes, no, not given. You cannot use true in place of yes, you cannot use false in place of no, or you cannot use yes in place of true. If you do this, your answer will go wrong. That is the sentence completion. Part of the sentence is given and rest you need to find out of the reading passage. Don't think that it's easy. The part of the sentence is not in the same words as it is given in the reading passage, not in the same words as given by the writer. That is a comprehension. We need to understand it and we have to comprehend. Missing information. The sentence is written and half of the sentence is written and missing information you have to find out of the reading passage. There can be some more labeling the diagram, or sometimes a map is given, or labeling some pictures are given. So there can be more types of questions. So quick tips for reading today. Improve on your comprehension ability. If you really want to score well in IELTS reading, improve on your comprehension ability. How will you improve that? You have to have good reading habits. If I just believe that doing reading for a day, for a week or 1 month will immediately improve on my scores for reading, it won't do. Remember, the people who are in love with reading, the people who like reading articles, newspaper, books, they'll be able to score better in IELTS reading also, because they have good understanding of the written language as well. And remember to follow instructions. We are going so fast, we are so busy in our day-to-day life that we don't like to follow the instructions of teachers, parents, as well as given for some test also. So most of the students, they miss on the instructions of reading. So if you're doing some reading practice at home, IELTS reading practice at home, don't forget to read the instructions. And apart from IELTS reading practice, do some regular reading. That is going to help you to improve on your comprehension ability. That will help you scoring better. That is it for today's reading session. We'll be back with a new session tomorrow. Thank you.